The UEFA Women's Champions League knockout phase playoff leg 2. It all wraps up this week, Wednesday and Thursday. 8 teams have entered. 4 teams will exit. So it's Real Madrid. They're returning home, take on Paris FC. Arsenal at home to take on Leuven. Then Juve hosting Wolfsburg. And Atlético Madrid against Manchester United. And if we even get a fraction of the action that we got in leg 1, we are set up for an incredible leg 2. Aaron West, let's talk about this women's championship.
We get to talk women's soccer again, Lisa.
Wait, let's go.
Let's get a hug. Let's get a hug.
It is so good to be back talking women's football. And even better to be talking Women's Champions League because it has been tremendous. It's a new league format. We got leg 1 of the knockouts, and now we're going to talk leg 2. But we're going to have a little fun with it. We're going to do stock up, stock down. Teams that stock up in leg 1 and teams that had a little bit of stock down. So starting with you, stock up. Who do you have?
Overall, I'm going with this woman right here, Lisa Caicedo. Lisa Caicedo is a Ballon d'Or candidate, like deservedly. She is an incredible player. She has it all. She can take you on one-on-one. She can run in behind. She can score goals. She can create goals. And we saw a little bit of everything of that against Paris FC. Linda had a goal. She had an assist. And we saw the very, very best of her. Linda has grown year over year. She's becoming a real force. She's improving. She's become a more complete player, and she's dangerous every single time she steps on the pitch. So she is the reason I'm going stock up. She had a fantastic game against Paris, and I think she will continue to shine for Real Madrid.
The goals come easily for Lisa Caicedo. She is deservedly gets them consistently. It's when she assists and she sets up her teammates, and especially the assist in this match against Paris.
Nice,
it was beautiful. She could have gone herself.
100%. Yes, she's a very selfless player. She's growing as a team player. She works really hard on both sides of the ball, does Lisa Caicedo, and still a very young player. So the ceiling is the roof, as Michael Jordan said. So I'm really excited to see her continue to grow.
I like that you went with a player whose stock is already pretty high, and then you said stock up because you're exactly right. It's going up.
It's going up.
And that's what I took as my stock up too.
Yeah.
I took a team that's already been so good at executing defensively, but they're getting even better. Manchester United. They came into this knockout phase with already 3 clean sheets, leading the way throughout the league phase, and they get another one in this leg 1 against an Atlético Madrid side that scored 13 goals in the league phase. A lot of it, of course, had to do with our American goalkeeper, Fallon Tellis-Joyce, because Atleti did not give up in this game. They were pushing until the very last second to get a goal, and Tellis-Joyce came up with 4 massive saves in the second half to keep that clean sheet. But so much of the defensive organization for Manchester United stems from their 2 center backs pairings with Laetitia and Janssen, because they are organized. They are compact. Their box defense in this game against Atleti was tremendous. They were putting their body on the line. They were closing the gaps. They were intercepting little passes, just a little toe poke, just enough to throw Atletico Madrid off their game. But it's not just the 3 queens of defense at Manchester United, the center backs and your goalkeeper. It's also Jess Park, who most people think of her as all that she does attacking wise. She sets up the front line to make them shine, to allow them to score so many goals. But Jess Park organizes so much in the middle of the pitch, and she creates so much going forward while also being so mindful of the space that she's leaving in behind, protecting that space. And that's why Manchester United is absolutely stock up defensively for me heading into this leg 2.
I agree 100%, and they will feel, once they probably get past Atleti, that they have a real chance against this Bayern Munich side. I 100% agree with you. This Manchester United side, they look like they're growing in confidence. They're so well organized defensively, and now Melvin Mallard going forward has been brilliant. Jess Park, like you mentioned, this is a team that really can make some waves in Champions League, I think.
And when you go up 3-0 in leg 1, it feels like you're already halfway there to that next final 8, where they're hopefully going to make it out of this knockout round. All right. We started with the positives. Let's go stock down.
Not my favorite, the negative part.
Let's go. Stock down. Who do you have?
It was the opposition for this Manchester United side, Atlético Madrid. They created a decent number of chances, but no real clear-cut chances. They weren't incisive in front of goal. They weren't sharp. They just looked a little bit overawed by the occasion. They typically do play in a back 5, but they do like to get forward, Atleti. I didn't see as exciting attacking play, the interconnectedness, the interplay that I would have liked to see from Atleti. Just looked a bit overawed on the occasion, and that's why they're my stock down for this.
It was a little underwhelming.
It was.
Their attacking presence in this game. And of course, I just was talking so highly of United's defense, but I did expect more from Atleti's offense.
Yeah, and we do, like you said, you have to give a lot of credit to Manchester United, but I expected a lot more sharpness, incisiveness. They did have chances at Atletico Madrid. They could have made this game a little bit more even, but they weren't sharp in front of goal.
And that's not good enough when you're in knockout round Champions League play for Atletico Madrid, especially. My stock down, I am going with the German Giants, Wolfsburg. Now, scoreline-wise, you might think, okay, a come from behind, 2-2 draw. Hey, Lise, it's not that bad. They now go on the road, and they're still in this competition.
But you actually watch the games.
But this was an atrocious performance
100%.
from a team that is Champions League royalty to some extent. They have won the Champions League twice. They've been 4-time finalists. Their set-piece defending was atrocious. They couldn't mark on the ball. They allowed Juve into this game. And you know these Italians, you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. And that's exactly what Juventus did in this game. They continued to put pressure on. Wolfsburg couldn't find a rhythm in this game at all. It took them, I would say, until the 80th minute or so before I started to see passing that was complete, more than just 2 or 3 passes connected. It was a string of passes, but they got a goal in the 83rd. Then it took until the 95th minute. The 95th minute to get an equalizer for a team that has tasted Champions League glory. That is not good enough for Wolfsburg. And now it's going to be a little bit trickier for them. Leg 2 between Juventus and Wolfsburg is in Turin. Aaron, how do you foresee this leg 2 going?
Juventus have a lot of hope. They have so much belief. Obviously, the late 2 goals will put them in a difficult position for the return leg, but I really feel in Turin with how poorly Wolfsburg played, how poorly they defended set pieces, and the belief I saw in those Juventus players' faces throughout that match. I think Juve can pull it out. I don't like what I saw from Wolfsburg at all. I don't like what I've seen a few times during this season. I believe in Juve here. I think in front of their own fans, they can pull off a surprise.
If Juventus can be really clean defensively, they gave up a tough handball in that game against Wolfsburg, conceded a penalty that ultimately was the first goal for the German side. They can be cleaner and be a little sharper defensively, take advantage of the moments that they do get in front of goal, which Juventus has done throughout this Champions League. It's gonna be a good game for the 100%. Italian side. They're playing in Turin. That is during the league phase where Juventus went up 3-0 over Leuven, the 8-time champions. And Juventus just did that on the road at Wolfsburg. They went up against the German side. I think this is looking pretty tough if you're the German side.
100%.
Okay, so we still have 3 other matches for Leuven, Paris, and Atlético Madrid. They head into leg 2 behind. Can any of these sides turn it around and overcome the deficit?
If I was going to pick one team to overcome the deficit, it would be Paris FC. They got 2 goals at home against Real Madrid. They looked good at times. This Real Madrid team can be a little bit suspect from time to time defensively. So if I was going to pick an upset, it would be there. Saying all that to say, I don't think they will upset Real Madrid. I think at home, Real Madrid will go ahead and take care of business. OH Leuven against Arsenal. Arsenal playing at home, the quality they have, I don't see that happening there. I don't see Manchester United conceding 3 goals, period. I really don't see them losing at home. This is the one, though. Wolfsburg Juve. That is the one to watch. It's going to be an incredible game. We need to see more from Lenneth Berenstein. We need to see more from the Wolfsburg attackers and players overall. But that's going to be such a fun game to watch.
I like your shout for Paris FC and Real Madrid. The fact that this game is in Madrid, though, the second leg, it does point it towards them. But Paris FC had a good high press. There was moments where they really disrupted Real Madrid. But for Arsenal and Manchester United, they already have their foot in the last 8.
They feel good about it, I think so.
It is that Wolfsburg-Juventus match. Well, all of these games, leg 2 of UEFA Women's Champions League knockout phase play.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.